Hello and welcome to DCP Live episode number. I totally don't know because I forgot to update the title. It said firing range. Now it says
69.
DCP Live 69.
69, 420.
69 back again.
There it is. The freshest episode ever. Mylan, how's your pen license doing? Did you pass with flying colors?
Yeah, I went down to the center. They've updated the examination to have the pen license renewed. So it was multi-choice, but you also had to choose the correct pen to complete the multi-choice.
Interesting.
Fountain?
So to get 100%, you have to choose the correct pen and the correct answers in the multi-choice.
Are they like different brands or like different styles, like felt tip and ballpoint and fountain?
Yeah, like some like markers. There's a couple like really obvious mistakes, like whiteboard markers in there, which obviously you don't use them.
Yeah.
What are they doing about the digital age?
Stamps.
What are they doing about modernizing in digital age and all that stuff, you know?
Australia, in nearly every place in Australia where you have something official, you got to go wait in line at some center that gives you a ticket and then line up and then sign it, you know? So,
that's how it works here, too.
So the DMV here. So you just described the DMV.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're never getting anything
Everything's the
electronic,
DMV.
ever. Yeah. Do you know, in Perth, we almost had, I don't know if it was, probably not worldwide, but we almost had the first like paperless hospital. So everything was going to be electronic, right? Which would have been amazing because I've worked in hospitals before, and my God, doctors writing is not a joke. It is.
The scripts grab.
It is.
They gotta go
almost
fast.
impossible. You can't even read it. They fucked it up so bad they couldn't even use it.
The digital system?
Paper.
How did they mess that up?
I don't know. I can't.
Just
I don't know if it was
button
like
mashing.
I don't know if it was a security thing and it wasn't like they had like a breach or something, and then everyone's like, "Nah, I told you, go back to pen and paper," or if it was something else. I can't remember. It just didn't work.
Kangaroos hacked it.
Yeah.
Hackermans.
Yeah.
Hacker emus.
Hackaroos.
Ruse. Yeah.
The old hackaroo. He's back.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm
but anyway,
happy you got your
I
pen
passed.
license. Congrats,
Glad you got it. Did you have a good little vacation on your way to the pen license?
Had
Relaxing.
I've got very important information for new parents. Going on holiday by yourself, not so fun. Going on holiday with parents, grandparents, very fun. There was always someone. There was always someone to look after Leo.
Yeah.
Like Danny and I, you know, you can go to the toilet and not have to worry about who's got the kid. Right? You can have a shower for as long as you want. It's a little things. Yeah. It was really relaxing because we had both grandparents. We had my mum and dad, and we had Danny's mum. And I had my brother and his fiance. So there was just like literally got up in the morning. Here's Leo.
Nice.
It was so relaxing. Yeah. I also got
You need
addicted to
that,
Marble
yeah.
Snap. Yeah, I got addicted to Marble Snap.
Oh,
big
really?
time.
How's that going?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I like it a lot. It's very like Zoomer card game. It's so quick. Like, oh, another one. Oh, one more. I'll do one more.
Okay.
I'll get another one. Yeah.
Is there any
The
lore?
monetization is pretty like laid back on that game too.
Oh,
Like,
it is,
doesn't
really?
get in your face, right? Yeah.
It's very grindy. And I don't know yet on like you got to buy the whole season pass to get access to the cards. You know, it's like Destiny. There'll be like a paid track and an unpaid track, and you only be able to get certain cards in the paid track. But I think you can maybe unlock them. I think they release them like a couple seasons later, and then you can unlock them in like the free track. But it's this like track system. I'm like, how high does this go? And someone's like, oh, someone's at level 2000. I'm like, what? Just keep going. Like, just keep going. Imagine having a season pass like 2000.
Whew.
But yeah, it's I actually, you know, if you want to, rather than being on Twitter, I've decided I might as well play a card game than be on Twitter.
That's smart.
Way better.
Yeah.
Super smart.
So,
Doing anything besides social media when you're not streaming and stuff is probably the best.
yeah.
Well, specifically Twitter.
Yeah.
That's
I don't know
good
what's
Yeah.
going on
Well,
over there.
I was on Reddit the other day and I saw a woman accidentally give birth at a bar, which happened to be in Australia. It made me think of you, Mylan.
Mm.
Oh, Reddit. That was a big left turn for you. Oh, okay. Now we're here. All right, baby. In a bar.
Was she drinking?
But I mean,
She probably didn't know she was pregnant if it was a surprise.
She just thought she had a little extra belly fat or something.
I'm no pregnancy expert, but
I've seen
that'd be hard to miss.
no, I've seen there's plenty of people who just have no idea that they're pregnant. They don't get a
That's
big
fine.
belly. They don't have any symptoms. The baby just comes out one day.
Okay.
What's a
I
symptom
just-
of
It's crazy.
pregnancy? Having a kid?
Nausea, pain. Oh God.
I just
Back
maybe
pain,
I'm
swelling,
over assuming here. Maybe I'm over assuming, but wouldn't you notice a certain cycle missing every month if you were, pregnant?
Some people also have
Some are
spot
weird.
bleeding.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so it may not be as heavy every month, but you'll be like, okay, well, it's still there. A bit weird, but okay.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's also, I mean, this has gone to maybe this is welcome to Destiny podcast, but like gymnasts and
This is the hard-hitting
gymnasts and
facts of
stuff
Destiny.
Like, yeah, like gymnasts and people who do like bodybuilding and like other stuff can have really weird cycles too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hey, you might be pregnant.
You might be. Check. Give it a
That
check. Make
explains a
sure.
lot.
DCP, the pregnancy podcast. You don't need to play. You need to play that. What's that Yahoo Answers? Pregnante? Am I pregnant? Can I be pregnant?
Man.
There you go.
Oh, I'm
Thanks
glad
for
you had
welcoming
a relaxing time, Mylan. It's very important to prevent burnout, going on a
Yeah.
nice relaxing vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
And
Because
And
No
I
pen
got-
license.
I got
Yeah.
back to the best news when I was away. They dropped the news that the red borders can be every day.
Every
day you
day.
can get a red
Right,
border for the
yeah.
season. And that's what I was
Every
trying to do. I'm like, I literally left all my homework from a year to the last minute, and I got bailed out by Bungie. I was trying to collect all the red borders. I'm like, I'm not going to get this done. And then they're like, guess what? You can do it every day now.
Bungie's
I like
got
when
you.
they do that kind of stuff at the end of a season, though. Like, so if you kind of like have drifted away during the season and like, okay, I'm getting pretty excited for the next upcoming either season or DLC or whatever it's going to be. Like, I like when Bungie kind of says, okay, like, let's make it easy to get some of the stuff, get back in gear, make it really rewarding to play right before our new season starts, just to get you kind of back into it,
Yeah. Catch
Mhm.
mechanics are always
It's
good.
got people back in
Mm-hmm.
for
Good.
sure. So I've been having, well, I don't know if fun's the right word. It's
You've been
been
having
enjoyable
a time.
to tick. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is rewarding to tick stuff off. Like, okay, I've got that now. Next one,
Yeah,
some craft.
definitely.
Yeah.
Taking care of that FOMO.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No, that's good. Yeah.
I just
It-
gotta like, if you actually go back and play each previous season, it's like, oh well, this Umbral Energy costs 27. This one costs 9. You need 5 pans for this one. You only need 3 pans for this season. You need to go collect Floozy Watsons by doing other activities to then unlock the thing. Season of Plunder, you got to make treasure maps to import into the
Yeah.
Atlas to dig up the treasure. You're like, what is going on?
Dude, it has blended together. I'm
Yeah.
just yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It can be difficult to keep track of this stuff. So sometimes we make mistakes in the podcast. All right, let's be honest. Mistakes happen.
Not us.
Can
Never.
you wonder why? With all the details go through each season.
Right? All the made up words.
Yeah, like you said, the who's it's what's is get the thing that collect the 500 this and that.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and then you might get the thing. Make sure you check the right node. But yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
Unlock the
good.
right
You-
thing, yeah.
Yeah, unlock the right thing so you accelerate your stuff. So you've been getting more red borders, huh? You checking them off the list. Are you done
Check
with
them
all
off
of them?
list. No. So before I left for holidays, I did the calculation. I think I had 70 patterns overall to get. Like not like
70?
770. Like
7-0.
not like the gun itself.
Right.
Like if you needed to get 5 patterns for a gun, that would be fine.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
That'd
Yeah,
get-
yeah.
70 overall. So I think I needed to
That's
get like
still
2 or
a lot.
3 per day. And I was like, that is doable with right RNG. But now it's like very doable. Obviously, you can get 4 a day because each season.
Right.
But now I'm spending literally entire streams doing previous seasons
Quality content, man.
to get Umbral energy to unlock red borders. I'm deep. I'm so deep in Destiny right now. I know I'm deep. I can't help it. I can't get out.
That's great. That's good stuff.
It's great.
Yeah.
You're checking it all off the list.
Yeah.
Can you log into my account and do that too? I'd appreciate that.
Sure.
Yeah, does the stream like that content very much? Because you could do it for.
Yeah, you could check them off the list for me if you want.
Well,
Just saying.
this is the thing. This is what annoys me is people still stick around and watch. I'm like, why are you guys watching this? I don't get it. I don't get it. And then I've come to the conclusion that Twitch Destiny streams are support groups for Destiny players whose friends have moved on to other games.
Yeah, totally. They're also probably playing Destiny, so they could care less what you're doing because they're not looking at the screen half the time. They're just listening to you talk about.
Yeah. Big true. Yeah. No, so it's actually been nice. We've just been chit chatting, usual stuff when we do red borders.
That's always good.
That's nice.
Yeah, catch up on topics, discuss the various things.
Law books are out, apparently. People are getting collector's editions.
Oh, really?
Oh,
are they already starting to hit?
Yup, collector's editions are starting to hit with the law books. So I haven't seen them or read them yet, but probably will.
Did you guys order the
next week.
collector's edition?
No, this is the first year I didn't order one, to be honest. I don't have any more room in my house for knickknacks.
Yeah.
Satchel.
And I just feels wasteful for me, so I haven't ordered one.
Yeah.
At the beginning, I always ordered them because I wanted to get the law book early, but everyone posts them online now anyway, so
That's true.
I'll just read it online.
Yeah. Have you been playing Iron Banner?
Well, no, I've been doing red borders. I played a little bit of Iron Banner. Obviously I've been away as well, so I played a tiny bit of Crucible. Look, I enjoyed Iron Banner last time because I was just goofing around and did the same here. Today I played it, but we literally matched with the same team, just lost farming. So
You're not allowed to play with 5 other people, otherwise that's what you're gonna find.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Because that's common.
In Australia, I can imagine.
Yeah, middle of the day on a Friday, Australia, most people at work. If anyone's 6 stacking in Iron Banner, they probably lost farming. Match the same team, the exact same team 3 times in a row.
Wow.
Yeah, well, definitely don't go over 4. Because if you go to 5, that's when things start getting a bit not great. But ideally not going over 3. Because if you're in a 3-man team, it will allow you to match between 1 and 3. Whereas if you're in 4, they need another 4. If they have to find another 4 stack and then they fill it in with whatever. Yeah. It's very, very strict team-based matchmaking.
It's a bit rough. Watts, how have you been enjoying Iron Banner?
I played to finish getting the shader because I wasn't too far away last time. I just didn't want to do it anymore. But yeah, I finished the shader. I maybe enjoyed like 3 of the games out of like 30. So
okay, a little 10% ratio there. It's something.
Yeah. I tell you, the way that I was able to enjoy Iron Banner in the time that I did is it didn't matter if I went like 5 and 50 as long as I no-scoped people constantly.
Yeah, fun little mini game. Yeah,
little mini game. So if I did that, I was like, worth it.
Don't you miss like games that had? Remember they used to have kill cams where after you killed somebody, the player got to see how they got killed from your perspective.
Yeah,
they just don't have it in Destiny. They have it in like almost everything else.
God, I love that. And doing something stupid like that too, and knowing that they're about to see that kill cam. Oh, that was good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah,
That
it
sounds-
turns
that
out
sounds-
Borealis is really good from the hip for some reason. I don't know why,
Really?
but it's
Huh.
it's very very good hip firing sniper rifle.
Nice.
Really?
But no, I didn't really have a lot of fun. I'm panicked.
Okay, so when I was away, I heard that Crucible air accuracy had improved or something.
Yes, they did a bunch of Sandbox stuff. They brought out a Sandbox patch. One
Yeah.
of those was that it's easier to get to higher levels of AE.
Right.
So
Have
you're
you
not.
found that difference yet, or not really? You haven't really
Yeah, you
played
can
around with it?
you can definitely feel the difference. You can jump and hit your shots more reliably now, so it actually allows you to be a bit more aggressive. And then they also got rid of the slide nerf, where you slide and you're less accurate. And then they did some stuff to shotguns.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, it's definitely.
Oh,
Are
okay.
shotguns back now?
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, they always are, but yeah, I'd
Yeah.
say so.
Yeah, like the penalty that they had. Not that they weren't. Yeah, I don't mean that they were gone, but like shotguns are back to where they were.
I don't know
Essentially.
where they're at. If you take all the the nerfs and the buffs and I don't know where we end up being. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
definitely it made it more like you can be more aggressive. But I think for me, I think I've always felt the biggest thing that makes games passive is strict skill-based matchmaking.
Mhm.
Because you're less confident that you can win every gunfight because everyone is like the exact same level as you. So it makes people like hang back more. They don't want to push and be as aggressive. They kind of stick with teammates more. And then because people are sticking with teammates more, you can't push and be as aggressive because everyone's hanging out together. And it's just kind of a ripple effect.
Yeah. Yeah, usually higher skill players are reactive more so. You know, they react to how you're playing and then adjust. So if everyone is constantly reacting to everything, then it's like
yeah. Like, well, I'm just
Counter,
gonna
the
stand
counter, the
here.
counter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
yeah. Well, no surprise there.
No surprise.
I haven't touched Iron Banner at all.
Had some fun no scopes though, so that
That's
was
good to
great,
hear.
But
You gonna make a montage?
Yeah.
and,
Ooh.
well, not so much about. I will put the clips together, and put them in a short.
YouTube short, baby.
Nice.
You can make money off that now.
Yeah, you make
Can,
money.
as of
That
February 1st.
February cash, yeah.
Yeah.
You should
February
put a
cash.
you should put a laugh track behind each no scope.
Could
You know, like a
do
sitcom
that.
laugh track.
I like that idea. I've been enjoying your
like
return to
really
YouTube lots. I haven't
Well,
watched
thanks, Brian.
today. Was it today or yesterday that you put the not Monster Hunter game up?
I
today?
did one today and one I think a couple days ago or at the weekend.
Okay.
It might have been at the weekend.
I haven't watched those yet, but I'm looking forward to it.
Thank
We-
you.
I've been enjoying the new content.
Thank you very much. Yeah,
That's awesome.
we're trying. As long as if I can make enough money to pay for one editor video and one thumbnail, that's pretty good.
Yeah, break even, baby. That's
Yeah.
that's all. That's YouTube for you.
I'll be able to
Break
break even
even.
one day. One day.
I watched
Yep.
Briar's shooter video as well. He had posted that actually it was last week, right?
One of you guys put a comment on that.
That was me. You didn't talk about the
The
shame
DCP
video,
account.
man.
I didn't want to draw any attention to that game. Like, even if I was gonna make a joke about it, I didn't want to be associated with it. Like, I just found it disgusting.
All right. I haven't seen any footage of the game, so I don't know what it is.
Well, there's plenty of it online. if you
Shame
wanna-
break.
Yeah, it's just gross.
Can I shame break Mylan with his PlayStation gameplay?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I heard people came in and talking. They've been telling me
What happened?
that when I was not here to defend myself, there was some conversation about Elgato.
Oh. Hold up.
Wait a minute. Are you pulling an Eric's?
Don't tell me you're playing the game through the Elgato preview window.
Well, that's what chat's seeing. The preview window.
How
Are
How
you
often-
playing through the preview window, Mylan?
No, I'm not playing the preview because that would be
You're
batshit
not?
insane because the delay.
Yeah.
so you're not playing through the preview window?
No.
Okay,
You're
you have a
not.
separate feed
So-
going to a monitor that is
Yes.
fast.
So I switched to HDMI on my primary monitor, and I'm playing it that way. But chat is seeing the preview window.
Okay.
Wait, you're screen grabbing the preview window?
Listen.
What? Are you
He's
serious?
He is lying to us. He is lying to our faces.
Why would you screen grab
He's
the
absolutely
preview
playing
window?
off of the fucking Elgato window.
Like, no,
Because-
I did not play through it. Chat just sees it when I get mad and slam the desk. Okay? Doesn't mean I'm playing through it.
That's why every Mario Kart clip, it looks like I'm super quick to react. Because my webcam is behind or in front of
The capture.
the game capture.
What? I'm so confused.
Listen. Because I've also got the Elgato capture for my gaming PC, for whatever reason, I couldn't get the external HD60 and that to work in OBS. There was something weird happening, so I couldn't get them to capture those feeds. They were
driver problems. Yeah, this.
They were having issues, and the only way I solved it was, all right, Jack, you're just gonna have to watch the preview window, and then I just never solved it. So now
How long ago was this?
You're just capturing for OBS. You're capturing the preview window from the Elgato software running.
Yeah.
Okay,
Also,
listen.
you have Elgato software running.
And then Marlon was
Listen.
like, I can't hear the game. I have to plug into the capture card or something.
Yeah, I just hear the game like delayed as well.
What?
So
Good God.
this is what I do. You ready?
You have to
need,
pay
like, the
taxes.
equivalent of like Queer Eye for the
I
straight
boot it up, and that's
guy
what
for
they see.
for
That's what they
streamers
see.
sometimes.
See, it looks
Yeah.
it looks great.
What if you move the Elgato
Really,
window?
if I'm moving, you know what I'm saying? And then I just switch to my HDMI, and that's it.
Mylan, you claim taxes professionally to do this, right? This is a business in terms of the tax code for you.
I feel like I'm getting close to a theft lecture, and I like it.
This one definitely ribs me.
I'll be honest with you. As long as you're not actually playing through that window, I could care less how you capture the game. I've had more problems with OBS and Elgato software than I could throw a stick at.
Yeah, but you're getting the audio delayed. Oh.
Yeah. Okay. So if I don't want the audio delay, I've got a this plugged in to the monitor, which then I can plug into my headset.
What is that? An RCA cable?
I don't know. It just goes in. Stick it in the
RF.
It looks like
But
micro
the thing-
USB or something.
Well,
Is
then
it?
the thing is, then I can't hear stream notifications because then it
Right,
cuts
because
out
you
all
haven't
that
invested in a
audio.
mixer
yeah.
to have all this pulled into one
Yeah.
central location.
Yeah.
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 Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
There you go.
Well,
So,
that
is that
is
what you wanted-
awkward.
Talk to me about. Is this an intervention?
That's gonna I'm in the middle of the night. I'm gonna wake up to that. Be frustrated.
We need like a
Sit up
like a
in bed
stream doctor.
while it
You know?
captures your preview. But here's the thing: I play 3 rounds of Mario Kart a day. That's all I really. I mean, maybe I
That's
do
the
a
only
little
time
bit
this
of
is in
play-
effect.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because he rage quits every other game that's on a
Oh,
console.
right.
Oh yeah, I play a little bit of Demon's Souls and I gave up big time.
Oh,
And
so you're not doing this
Bloodborne,
with
you
Destiny because
gave
you're
up?
playing on the PC and you just
Yeah, I'm playing on
capturing
PC. Yeah.
it.
Okay. Okay.
This is,
That's
this is
better.
only
Yeah.
Nintendo Switch.
Okay.
This is only Nintendo Switch that's gone through. Oh,
Or
sorry for leaving
PS5.
everybody. Or
Better,
or if
for
I play
sure.
a PS5 game or whatever. Yeah.
See, that's tough though. A lot of good PS5 games. You don't want to have a hampered situation, and that's
Yeah.
definitely
Well, I
hampering
don't
the
know what to do.
situation.
I
Fix
just
it.
bought a PS5 game today at Best Buy. It's called
Well,
Them Fighting
I-
Herds. You fight My Little Ponies. Amazing.
Oh,
huh?
You might want to play that.
you
Yeah.
might want to.
Not
Honestly,
I
that would be a
honestly-
fun game to play.
It's a
I think the
one-on-one
fixes-
fighting game with My Little Pony characters.
I think the fix is probably to change the internal game capture from Elgato to something else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was my fix too. I switched
Yeah.
capture
Elgato
cards. I got an
does
internal
suck.
as well.
Elgato's drivers usually are hit or miss for a lot of people. Sometimes they're good for people.
Yes.
Sometimes they drift after several hours. I also haven't used one in a long time, but the AverMedia 4K capture internal cards have been really good.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they do HDR and all that.
I use an Elgato for my camera, and that doesn't seem to have any problem with the camera. But I use an AverMedia for game capture. Also, it takes resolution switches a lot better. So like,
yeah, they seem to be more worked out.
Well, I've never had any issue with the internal game capture card, except for it not liking the 2 PC setup with the external.
So you've had an issue.
I've had it.
I've never had issues except for this issue that I have all the time.
And for anybody who is like not really tracking what we're saying, is when you put a video signal into a capture card, there's some amount of delay that results. In trying to play with that delay, like if you're looking at that as your main screen, it is unreal. It's a lot better than it used to be. When we used to use USB capture cards, this delay was like half a second to 2 seconds, and it was variable.
Yeah.
But they're a lot faster now. The internal capture cards are a lot faster. Eric's used to play only from capture card. Like
he does
only do it.
Yeah. You know what's going to be great for him? Now he's not doing content. He can he's going to be able to enjoy games just straight from console to monitor.
Yeah,
he's been training in the hyperbolic time chamber because of game.
He said he was frustrated because people would send him these beautiful TVs and he couldn't use them because he had to sit there and play on his capture card.
Oh man,
sad
indeed.
Tefty's speech is just like full of anger.
How are we going to get world first with this kind of information hanging over us?
How's that possible, Mylan?
Well, like I said, I'm playing Destiny on PC. We're fine. Everyone's got great quality.
The main game doesn't have a problem.
Yeah. Exactly.
Thankfully.
We got a video this week.
Oh yeah.
Detailing weapons and gear.
Yep. It was a trailer.
Yeah.
Trailer.
Hype as usual.
Oh yeah.
Big Glaive pogs. If you're not anyone who's not excited about the trailer are Glaive haters, and you just haven't discovered Glaives yet.
Mylan, are they Glaive haters, or were they like Pog a stasis Glaive, and they were like it's a heavy Glaive, and they were like
okay, yeah, but that's only just been announced it as a heavy Glaive, and I sort of feel that, but before that, Glaive haters. Now,
all right, fair.
Heavy Glaive, yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work.
I think it's going to be
Here's the thing, though. It's got to have to hit hard if it's heavy Glaive. Like, the melee's going to be a different archetype, I would have thought. Right? Right? Glaive people?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, Glaive melee is super strong. Like, if you're in some bosses, you can just absolutely slam. Like, we did a one phase on the Vex Harpy in Spiral the Watcher using just Glaives melees. So depending on how powerful the melee is, and depending on how you proc that stasis ball, which looks really cool because it sort of just floats by things and freezes them, which is nice.
Mm-hmm. Like a little bomb.
I mean, it's hard to have a Glaive in a heavy slot. That's the issue, really.
It is.
It's got to have to hit really hard.
Yeah, I mean, that ball seems pretty powerful for ad control and all that, by the looks of it, you know. So
yeah,
that seems like it would be.
Does, but if it uses heavy ammo, then
it's tough because our abilities are so good at ad clear that for an exotic heavy to be like an ad clear weapon, it's gonna have to do something crazy
melee damage.
True. Yeah, that is a good point. You generally want to focus on like boss damage or something with your heavy because you get so little ammo for it anyway.
You watch the new meta will be a bubble at the boss's feet with heavy Glaives.
Heavy Glaive and regular Glaives.
World's first, just slamming them.
You have the 2 Glaive setup, right? Heavy Glaive, regular Glaive.
Yeah. I've been enjoying stasis a lot though. I think I'm gonna take a stasis build in.
Yeah.
Day
For the
one.
raid?
Yep, double
Interesting.
special too. Double special. Aegis and a blinding nade launcher.
Wow.
And just never run out of ammo. Always get heavy. Freeze everything.
That's good.
That sounds good.
Mhm.
I'm
Yeah.
going to be grapple hooking around.
Oh, true.
You can kill the bad guys. I'll be grapple hooking.
Yeah.
Like, what's DPS? What are you doing up there? Whee!
I've got his aggro, guys. He's looking at me. Wee.
Bungie did give us a list in the TWAB of all the guns that they showed in the trailer. Final warning: hold down the trigger of this kinetic strand sidearm to mark targets within range and load a burst of bullets. When hip firing, projectiles track aggressively toward marked targets.
I am looking forward to this. It's not Drake's promise, but we're getting closer. We're getting closer.
I wonder how it's going to go in PvP.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it depends how long it takes to mark a target.
Also, what's the range? It says within range.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, you still got to be exposed enough to mark the targets too.
Right. Yeah.
Mhm.
With another gun, you'd just be shooting at that point.
Yeah, that's probably one of the things.
Unless you're in Viz Hunter, nobody can see.
That's good. Yeah. Unless you're grappling so aggressively all over the map, they have no idea where you are.
Yeah, in the air. Correct.
Woo!
I wonder if it would work like you could jump over, like just poke your head up over a wall, mark a target, and then fire it up into the air, and the bullets would track.
That would be
I wonder if you have to
hilarious.
maintain
Round
direct line of
corners.
sight. Yeah.
And his little gun poking out from around the corner. It's like bullets like tracking around. You're like, no.
Deterministic chaos. While holding the trigger, every fourth bullet on this void machine gun becomes a heavy projectile that weakens targets on impact. Every fourth heavy projectile makes targets volatile on impact.
Mm.
Machine gun's coming back. I don't know how good that's going to be, but
For
so
building
many other
hard
things
to
that
say.
so many other things that can do those without like having to have that in the heavy slot.
True.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
if
it
you're a
always
hunter,
comes
you
down to,
literally
like-
have volatile anyway. So
Watching somebody like Data just do DPS checks on all the guns, right? And then like whatever numero uno is the one everybody brings into the raid.
pretty much most common knowledge. Yeah. I mean, I've been trying to think of what rockets and grenade launchers are probably going to be most useful going into raid because they're getting a buff and linears are getting a bit of a boop. So I probably think it'll be rockets and grenade launchers as the DPS, depending on what the boss looks like and how much they do the chicken sidesteps and
Or
how
maybe
much time you
sleeper
have to do
mitt.
DPS. Or sleeper. Sleeper
It
might
could
still
be
slap pretty
sleeper.
hard. Yeah.
Winterbite. This heavy slot exotic stasis glaive fires a large ball of energy that locks onto nearby targets and freezes them.
Yeah. It looked like though that it just needs to pass by them, right? Like it
Yeah.
looked like you can like it can just keep going and freezing stuff. It doesn't like like you
Yeah,
can
it
shoot it
seemed
over
like a
the top of
slow
enemies
lob.
and it will just
Mhm.
like freeze them. Yeah.
Sitarakni's facade.
Sure.
Nailed it. After grappling, this exotic helmet gives extra protection as hunters gain body armor, only body, head still vulnerable, and flinch resistance.
See, I don't know what they mean by body armor. What does that mean?
It's like a void overshield by the sounds of it.
It would just only
But
on the
it's a-
body, no
it's-
head.
Yeah, I don't.
So maybe like
'cause-
after you grapple, you're flying through the air with your increased accuracy, in-air accuracy. You could be shooting people and you just take it like an extra bullet to take down with body shots.
That'd be interesting though if they start making things where you could do overshields, but not the head, or maybe
yeah.
maybe crit
Yeah.
prevention or something in future stuff.
Strand feels like a blend of a lot of different other subclasses. Like the body armor reminds me of obviously the void shield, and then the tangles is it called the tangles. It reminds you of just like crowd control of stasis.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got other stuff that like goes across the ground, which sort of reminds you of some of the arc stuff.
Yeah, it's interesting. And it's kind of hard to say what exactly that perk is going to do because we don't have anything in the game that is described as armor. Like if it was gives you more resilience, I think that'd say it gives resilience. We don't have anything that gives armor. It's not an overshield.
Yeah,
But
true.
maybe it acts differently, and they're gonna start calling armor this thing that your head is exposed, but you have like an overshield on your body kind of situation.
I mean, visually it looks like a green overshield.
It does, yeah.
I can't remember if it's on the head though. Now that I think, I assumed it was just everything, but
That's it. It says head still vulnerable, so
oh right.
yeah. That's
I mean, the
interesting,
idea
though.
of the exotic is what you basically get yourself into the air and have spec into aerial effectiveness, and then hit sniper shots midair
Yeah, specifically after grappling.
after grappling.
After grappling, and you take less flinch.
Yeah, so you're just flying through the air and
So
Depends how
situational.
much less. It is very situational, and it really depends how much less flinch it gives. Because flinch is crazy, and if it gives like a very significant reduction, it could be worth it for like sniper players and linear
Mhm.
players. But yeah, it's if you're using anything else, then it's not going to be worth taking up your exotic slot. I wouldn't think.
Oh, does it give flinch resistance all the time or just after grappling?
After grappling, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like it should be. I mean, I don't know how it feels, but it seems like it should be while you grapple and after you grapple until you land. Because like after grappling, it seems like it's just this little window to get this benefit for an exotic.
Right. And like how long is that window? Because like a lot
Right.
of the windows we've seen for kind of buffs in PvP are normally around like 5 seconds.
Right. Yeah.
It'd have to be pretty big numbers to make it worth running over other stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. Abeyant Leap. When Titans use their barricade, it gives extra armor to its wielder and spawns 2 additional seeking projectiles that track targets aggressively and suspend them. Well, that sounds annoying.
Yeah.
yeah. I want to know how that's gonna go on PvP. Like, you get hit by one of those? Do you get tangled? What happens?
Yeah, I don't know.
Pretty quick cooldown on shields.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what?
There
And
is,
the
yeah.
armor again, yeah.
Wow.
That'd be nice.
Swarmers. This new exotic leg armor allows warlocks to create threadlings to infest and attack enemies after destroying a tangle.
Yeah, these tangles are little
Threadlings.
things you spawn. They look like, well, imagine a war mine cell, but like floating, like a ball of thread floating in the air that you can pick up
Mm-hmm.
and yeet like
Yeah.
like any of the other balls in Destiny. You yeet.
Yeah.
And so what? You shoot it, and then it releases threadlings, which
It does.
They infest and attack enemies after destroying a tangle.
yeah. I think they suspend them. I can't remember the video footage. I think they might suspend them? Question mark.
Mm-hmm.
Have a good look.
I like the look of Final Warning. I want one.
Yeah,
I
that
like the
gun looks
laser
really
beams
cool.
in the back of it.
It's like a staple
for
gun.
This
sure.
DLC, just everything so far just looks so cool about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wonder if any of these. What's the percentage chance of some of these exotics being disabled for at least
Yeah. I would say
world's
don't
first
make a build around the new
round.
exotic because
Yeah,
it always ends up going bad.
Yeah.
They did
Yep.
also confirm somewhere in the TWAB that more exotic weapons and armor pieces are coming with Lightfall. So these are not the only exotic weapons and armor we're going to be getting.
Right.
Which was nice to hear because this season we didn't get any new exotic armor. And it was the first season we didn't get any.
Mhm.
So I mean, I guess technically with a Lightfall launch and a season launch, we should get 6 anyway. 6 exotic armor pieces.
Mhm.
So we'll see how many we end up getting.
Yeah. I like when they're hidden and they're a surprise.
Yeah, that's nice.
Me too.
They also had a weapon tuning article that went out yesterday, but they put a recap in the TWAB.
Mhm.
Machine gun and heavy grenade launcher buffs, increased bonus damage for kinetic weapon, legendary linear fusion rifles are getting adjusted, subclass verbs for more exotic weapons, and some tuning to various perks.
Yeah.
Rocket meta and grenade launcher. Hopefully.
Yeah, Anarchy's probably gonna be pretty decent again.
That's good. That'll be fun.
Yeah. There was a firing range this week with Mercules as well. So I believe they went through a bunch of details on that with the weapon changes stuff. So if you want to get super nerdy and dig deep into those changes, that episode's
That'll
gonna
be
up
up on Saturday morning.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm looking at Sleeper as maybe being quite good because linears are getting nerfed, but Sleeper is not. And Sleeper for boss damage, depending on the boss, depending on the arena, can be just like really silly.
Yeah.
Could potentially be good.
Yeah, I need this. If you still want to make it easy, get rid of the skill. Put div in there. Div with everyone else using Sleeper. Very nice.
Yep.
Yep.
So looking at this, I'm probably gonna level Sleeper. I'm gonna level Anarchy, heavy grenade launchers, some special grenade launchers.
Yeah.
Maybe Izanagi. Izanagi could be good too because they're buffing like
Izanagi,
kinetic damage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
something
think
like
that.
Arbalist. I think Arbalist might be pretty good too. Apparently, might be nice. Arby.
Nice.
Anything else in the TWAB that we want to talk about? They're fixing blues again.
My postmaster was jacked with legendaries after the blues changes. Yeah, like very quickly filling up with legendaries. So I don't know if that's. I haven't had a chance to read the 12 yet, so don't know if that's why they're fixing it.
Well, the exciting part about the TWAB was the changes they're making to exotics, specifically to do with 3.0 subclass verbs. So I can read through those. So first we have Queen Breaker. So what they're doing to this is shot now chains to nearby enemies and uses Arc 3.0 blind. So you're gonna be able to spec into like your Arc builds with that. Runeous Effigy, the transmutation sphere slam attack now suppresses.
Nice.
That sounds fun. Leviathan's Breath now applies volatile on perfect draw. They increase the damage so you can one-hit kill all supers in PvP with a headshot, and they increase the damage versus champions by 30%. Pretty nice.
Champion buster.
Yeah. 1,000 voices. Each explosion now applies 10 plus 5 scorch stacks. You get the plus 5 or the plus whatever if you're using Ember of Ashes. But 1,000 voices is going to apply scorch stacks now.
Dude, that might be pretty good too.
It could be, yeah.
Because when you get that stun locks bosses too, or does the chicken dude in Spire, when you get all those scorch stacks and you get the explosion, it just like stuns them. You can just keep them like in the same spot.
It could be interesting. Sunshot, the explosion on kill now applies 10 plus 5 scorch stacks. So that when we heard about Solo 3.0, Sunshot was the one that I was most excited about, and I was very sad that it didn't do Solar Scorch stuff.
Yeah.
Polaris Lance, perfect 5th shots now apply 40 plus 20 scorch stacks instead of a custom burn.
Love it.
Now this sounds really fun. The only thing with this is that it could potentially be a bit of a nerf for Polaris Lance because you can't die. Like in PvP, someone does not die if they're burning from Scorch, but they do die if they're burning from the specific Polaris Lance burn.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Huh. Didn't realize that.
But the fun thing is that you're going to be able to build into with all of your solar builds, right? That's the kind of
interact.
the fun thing. Yeah.
Yep.
Having them interact is good. Two-tailed fox. Solar rocket now applies 60 plus 30 scorch stacks instead of burn. The void rocket already applies suppress, and the catalyst completes the trifecta. So it's gonna do everything.
But jolt.
Yeah.
I want that gun to be fun, or that rocket launcher to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's more fun to shoot more rockets, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You reckon they'll add another rocket if you have the catalyst? You reckon there'll be an arc rocket in there too?
Seems like
Or
it.
do you think it would just have the arc effect?
A third rocket would make the most sense.
That'd be the most fun too.
It would be the most fun.
Three-tailed
It doesn't
fox?
say is it jolt or blind?
It doesn't say. It just says the catalyst completes the trifecta.
Okay.
Good questions.
Prometheus lens, they are adding incandescent perk to the catalyst. Very nice. Very, very nice.
Cool.
Love incandescent. And Grand Overture, they're switching the catalyst to use arc blind. So.
Okay.
Then we have some stuff. Well, yeah. Well, hello.
Oh, that just makes it like very much like the Cabal missiles. You know, they blind you
Yeah.
too. So it's sort of cool.
True,
It's
true.
like the same as their weapon now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they updated it to just tie in with Arc 3.0. So again, you can do your build crafting into it.
The gun's pretty good too, depending on what you.
I like it. I used it all throughout the Witch Queen campaign because I was like, this is actually pretty good because I can just fire at whatever and then aim at the Lucid Hive with it and take them out quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So it was actually pretty nice.
It's overall pretty good. Like it's a good option.
They're doing stuff with hip fire reticles, so they're experimenting with hip fire weapon reticles conveying more information, and they're starting with the Manticore as a test for it. So what it's going to do is show the current stacks of anti-grav repulsor on your hip fire reticle.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
that's nice.
It is nice. I like
Because
that a lot.
that left side of the screen is getting very cluttered.
It
Yes,
is.
Yeah.
It can't
It's
show
hard
you
to like
everything.
glance over there and know everything that's going on, right?
Yeah,
That's a good
especially
idea.
'cause
I
the
like
order
that.
changes. Yeah.
Perks. So Osmosis will be working with Strand. And then Elemental Capacitor with Strand is going to give you plus 20 airborne effectiveness.
Okay.
Which is
Ties
great.
in with the grapple. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really, really, obviously, it makes a lot of sense for any kind of Strand stuff to be AE.
Mm-hmm.
So that's great. If you're
With all this
enjoying
information, it sort of feels like we're starting to see why Bungie added airborne effectiveness because they wanted you to use Strand essentially. Like that's going to be the airborne class.
Yeah.
And if they didn't have a system in place, then maybe there wouldn't be a need to run, Strand. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe. Rewind rounds are going to be appearing on more weapons in Lightfall. So they've rebuilt to work on non-Vault of Glass weapons because the way that it was custom built only for Vault of Glass weapon sets. So they've rebuilt it and now it's going to be able to be on other stuff.
Okay, cool.
They've done a lot of stuff with Eager Edge.
It's coming back, baby, isn't it?
So they said we've taken the time to do a more complete rework of Eager Edge. So it no longer deactivates when moving faster than 35 ms.
Okay.
Deactivates correctly after a single melee swing. Reduce the base lunge distance buff from 2 to 1.8. Reduced airborne lunge distance penalty from 25% to 20%. And the enhanced perk now increases lunge distance slightly back up to 2.
Okay.
What does that mean? I have no idea.
I think we go. I think it's going fast again.
Numbers.
We used to be able to go real fast. They cut it back, and now we can go a bit more fast.
But Mo.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah.
It sounds like a buff. It sounds like a movement buff for Eager Edge, which is what you're using it for.
Yeah.
True. They have renamed blinding grenades to disorienting grenades because Blinding grenades on grenade launchers don't do arc damage. So they don't trigger Arc 3.0 blind. So they can't call it blind because that means something in Destiny now. So they're calling it disorienting grenades.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And then Vice Stinger. They've adjusted it. So this was typically a full
hold on a
reload.
second.
Yeah. Hello.
Right. Isn't there another ability that's called disorientate already?
Disorienting
don't-
blow is a melee.
Don't hunters have disorienting
Disorienting blow, yeah. Yeah.
Very
Banana.
different from disorient.
Disorienting grenades.
Disorienting grenades are actually blinding nades, but disorienting blows actually disorientating. Because it doesn't
Clear
blind
as
you,
mud.
right? Doesn't it get rid of your HUD? It gets rid of your HUD and
Disorienting does a bunch of stuff. It will even it will make you, if you're charging a fusion rifle, it will stop you from charging your fusion rifle. It makes the screen go, it's hard to see. Yeah.
yeah, the HUD goes. Okay. Wonder if they're gonna change that too.
Yeah, right.
Maybe.
Is that the only thing that has it?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Vice Stinger, so when the perk activates, it used to give you a full reload. It now reloads 25% of the magazine.
Poop.
Taipan is dead. Taipan
Yeah.
is dead.
Yeah.
That just made that Taipan in the linear fusion rifle meta just so strong with like triple tap and Vice. Like if you got lucky, you basically don't reload for a whole DPS phase.
Mhm.
Just was insane. So good.
No, that's basically it for the TWAB.
Good changes.
That was the actual TWAB. No good.
No, that was the blog post.
Yeah, that was
The-
that was yesterday's
weapon
weapon
tuning.
blog.
That was the blog.
That was this weekend Wednesday.
Yeah, which is
Sorry,
now a
guys.
thing.
Wait.
It's a thing, yeah. It was so I know, so I understand why they're doing it. They said that they're doing it so that it allows developers to write whatever they want and they're not limited by word counts. But in a case where this TWAB was very teeny tiny, I don't know if it was necessary to separate it into a Wednesday blog post, but maybe they're trying to create some kind of expectation of
Routine,
yeah. So it's like, oh, things could have come out on Wednesday, or like the developers talking to us in detail about whatever they want, and then Thursday is
I'm sure it's
It would make
handy for
sense.
people who make like weapon reviews and who go into the stats, because then now it's like a specific spot where they can go back and check. I
That's a
guess
good
like
point,
if you think
yeah.
about in a while, then you can just go like, no, it was season 20 weapon tuning, and you can just look at the weapon tuning rather than having to dig through
Yeah.
TWABs.
Also, in the past, when they do a huge dump of details changing in a TWAB, it makes it a bit difficult to read for like all the other details. Everything else kind of gets
Yeah.
buried. So I think it's smart to put like a little synopsis and then have the whole TWAB, and then you just click over the article for all the nitty gritty.
yeah.
What's the downtime? What are we talking here?
one whole day? So
Whoa.
before
What?
Lightfall, Destiny 2 will be brought offline for 24 hours, starting at 9 a.m.
Holy
Pacific.
crap!
What am I gonna do for 24 hours?
I bought the deluxe Bungie. Come on.
During
I'm
this
playing Dead
time,
Space.
you're going to be able to pre-download Lightfall, okay? Please be
Okay.
advised that the download
Okay.
file will be
Okay.
large.
Okay.
Mm,
How
But
large
this-
does it say?
They don't say. They said this new
Yeah.
installation will improve load times and overall disk space usage will be smaller afterwards.
That's good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That sounds like bugs are going to be
Listen.
happening on launch.
I'm a little scared about how it's gonna go. I hope it goes well, but I mean, they even say, signing queues are expected during the first few hours and during peak play times.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the panic if you got in and your characters weren't there?
Oh, jeez, right.
I've had that happen. I can't remember why it happened, but it was a panic. You know what it was?
Probably cross save stuff, was it?
It was definitely It was a long time ago. It might have been like I thought I was booting up my PlayStation, but I booted up my Xbox, something like that. I can't remember, but it's like, oh, like panic, and then okay. I can't remember why it happened, but I've had it.
Yeah,
Well,
look, I normally do the Aussie thing. I don't even bother playing when it first drops. I sleep all the way in, and it's usually 12 hours since it's dropped, and then I'm like, wake up fresh, play it, and everyone's already raging about how they can't get on. They've only just started playing anyway. La la la.
When I streamed a lot, I used to like streaming the day of the launch and just enjoying the madness of like how, because all the streamers are so angry that they can't get in, and they're all like clicking the button like every 10 seconds trying to like get into the queue. And it used to be fun to just like start talking about like what is an aardvark? Let's check this out on Wikipedia.
Right.
I made there's this drawing game you can do with like that's integrated in Twitch chat. It's basically Pictionary, but you can make custom games. So I made a bunch of like custom words for it, and you just like literally paint. So like elemental wells is the word or something. So you start and you got 60 seconds to guess. They got to type their answer to Twitch chat. They're good fillers.
That's good.
Nice.
Yeah.
There's a pretty cool thing that I didn't realize Bungie was doing. So they're celebrating Black History Month with Black at Bungie. And it says here that the Black at Bungie Inclusion Club was created more than 2 years ago, and their mission is still clear: celebrate and uplift Black employees at the studio. They've never stopped working since then, both inside and outside of Bungie, creating several fundraisers and sponsorships. So it says here that their membership grew exponentially, and they've continued their partnership with Yale University to help them research to improve video graphics for skin and hair, which is
nice.
super cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. It's still, unfortunately, a very rare thing for a game to come out and have really good options for black hair, especially. It's very rare. And they also continue to be a sponsor of Game Devs of Color Expo. So they just say that they're looking to build up their internal community, and you can show support by purchasing the Be Heard pin, and all profits go to the Southern Poverty Law Front.
Nice.
Okay.
Good stuff.
Very cool.
The polls are open, guys. You get to vote on your Trials of Osiris map, and let me tell you, they're the best maps ever. The Fortress, Twilight Gap, and Radiant Cliffs.
Was she being sarcastic? I couldn't tell. Was she?
I can't tell either. I don't know. I don't
No,
know.
they're bad. They're not good choices.
Twilight Gap? It's a lot of lore with Twilight Gap. You don't like
the
that?
lore's good. Come
I think
on.
everyone hates Twilight Gap.
Really?
A lot of people do.
Yeah,
I
people
don't
should
even know
vote
what
based on
Radiant Cliffs
lore.
are. Yeah, vote based
yeah.
on lore. Follow your
Yeah.
arts.
Yep.
That was kind of it. There are some reminders which I'll go over just because people need reminders.
Remind us.
So this is the last Iron Banner. Keep that in mind. This is the last one. If you want the shader, get it now or be done for the rest of your life. It'll never come back.
Mylon, can you
it'll come
log in? Mylon, can you log in and get
Honestly,
it for me?
Iron Banner
Thanks, man.
shaders haven't really come back. So I don't know if it will.
Yeah, I need to get.
It'll be back. Some ultra anniversary thing going on. The Iron Banner anniversary season event.
60 years.
Yeah, 60 years of Iron Banner.
60 years of
All
Iron
the
Banner.
shaders are coming back.
Woo!
Celebrate
I'll be in my
Saladin's
retirement
birthday.
home. Do you got a PlayStation? You got to log on.
And then they just say, Destiny goes offline for a day, we know. And then season 20 begins, Lightfall begins, and then unclaimed 2022 Prime Gaming rewards expire on the 28th. So get them if you want them. Okay, get them.
Wait, do we know? We don't know anything about season 20, right?
No.
Because that'd be like a season
nothing.
with Lightfall.
Yeah, nothing at all.
Didn't they update the website? Did they name the season? Question mark.
I think they just straight up don't tell us about seasons anymore.
Yeah.
They're done. They're over it. No more.
Yeah, I haven't seen a roadmap in a long time.
So the Lightfall webpage was updated,
It was, yeah.
And there is some really cool images on there, especially around the Tormentors. People have got pretty excited for. Everyone's like, that looks very hard and very menacing, which I think was Bungie's goal with that new enemy type. But they also had the description for the raid updated.
They did. I've heard some hubbub about what it might be.
What did you hear? What's the hubbub you hear?
I've heard hubbub about Nezarec.
Oh, interesting.
Because people think that we're going into like a slice of time, like we're going back in time or something like that.
So
what was the description of the raid? Read the description.
What does it say? Buried from an unknown time and place, a haunting presence has been detected. We must now confront the ancient threat growing at our doorstep.
That could mean any fucking thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. There's hints of Nezzy in there though. You know, ancient being. You know, like some jumping to some slice of time. Here's what it is. Here's what it is. I think we have to smoke Nezzy's parts. You know. And then that's what gets you entered into.
Smoke them if you got them.
Yeah, entered in the raid.
Mean, that's the quickest way to unknown time and space.
You hit the Nezzy bong, and then you enter the raid.
I mean, unknown time and place conjures images of the Black Garden because that's how that's first described, and the Vex. When I think of time stuff, I don't really think of Nezarec. I think of the Vex.
Keep going.
Never mind.
Who's that? He's interrupting Al. I was just gonna say I was actually writing a video about the Vex because I actually had written the script for it because I thought that the Vex are going to come back into the play for a bit because they're sort of the last remaining.
They are. Like
enemy that hasn't had a big DLC in a while. So I was actually wrote a video like Vex is next basically because in the dungeon we got introduced to the witness controlling the soul divisive, which are the Black Garden Vex. So I wrote a video around that and all the clues that were sort of giving us information about maybe a Vex threat and specifically under the witness. And then this came out. I was like, well, that matches actually pretty well to have like soul divisive Black Garden Vex threat related to the witness.
So who is the gardener? Because can we fight that person in the garden? Does the gardener garden in the Black Garden?
They're primordial forces, maybe. I don't think they're fightable.
They're not.
Because if we're going to the Black Garden, we're going to be fighting. So because they say a haunting presence, maybe we're fighting the presence of the gardener.
The gardener.
It's been a while since we've gotten any good lore on the Vex.
They've always been. Oh, this was one of the reasons I made the video. They're always like a tool used by someone else. You know, if you think of like Courier Blade Transformers, like wielded by Savathun, and if you think about the original Destiny, that they were meant to be like the most evil of all the things that we're fighting, but they've always been just like, you know, space robots, space-time robots wielded by other villains. Yeah. And they sort of are a difficult enemy to like write into the story because like what does the villain say? Beep bop beep 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 bop.
They lack motive, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they just want to have the pattern. So that's why I was thinking, well, they're bringing in the soul divisive under the witness. Okay, so the witness is the main, you know, the main villain here wielding the Vex again. And maybe they could do something with that.
Well, we did get a little bit of information about a 6-man activity. So it says Terminal Overload, the Shadow Legion, and the Vex are conducting an all-out assault on the city. And that you have to put an end to it.
Who's the Shadow Legion?
Callus's new like Darkness Legion.
Oh, okay. So they're teaming up with the Vex.
Yep.
Well, I think the Witness has like disciples and commands a lot of different forces, right? Like the Witness has, if you look at this season, there's like Scorn, there's Aramis and Ziva Wrath. So like all these different troops under the banner of the Witness, you know, Hive, Elixni, Scorn are all there. So I think the Vex, a faction of the Vex is just like another thing that's going to be at their disposal, I guess. But yeah, and Callus as a disciple, they've revealed that like his new enemy type or new troops are called the Shadow Legion, which are just probably going to have some sort of Vex tech or they'll just look a little bit different.
If I am a shadow, as in my title, am I a part of the Shadow Legion? What's the lore on it?
Yeah.
Well, that's OG lore, the Shadow of Callus. That was like when he used to recruit essentially his own disciples by. Actually, yeah, Callus used to do like what the Witness does and make like his own disciples and call them shadows. Yeah, he used to like survivors of the only species became like his shadows. His like
that's literally what the Witness does with Rook.
Yeah, recycled story.
Would it be Callus looking up to the Witness, being like, "You're cool, man. I want to do what you do."
Yeah, pretty much.
Can I have that tech?
Yeah. I don't think there was anything else really hidden in the website lore-wise. That's what my next video is on. And then next time we probably meet, I would have read the Collector's Edition book and I can give an update on that.
Oh, nice.
That's going to be
that'd be awesome.
Good stuff in there, right?
If people, I think the thing with the Collector's Edition book, some people will be in the camp of I don't want to know anything, and that's the case. It'll be a spoiler. However, historically, the Collector's Edition book is like a pre-reading. It gives you a lot of like background information to go into the expansion. Beyond Light was all about like Clovis Bray's backstory, his family's backstory, creation of the Deepstone Crypt. You could go, oh, that's spoiled because Deepstone Crypt ended up being the raid, and like, fair enough. But also, if you didn't read it, you didn't pick up on a lot of the environmental clues about, the Vex goo and stuff going through the tunnels. That's how they made exos, and this stuff you'd miss out too. So it just depends on how you like to play your games. If you want the pre-readings done, or you want to just show up.
Oh, we want the pre-reading
and enjoy it. Yeah.
The full details.
Should we do some Twitter questions?
Yeah, let's do it.
Sure.
Luke Shelley says, do you guys and gals hope they make Xivu a raid boss or campaign? Because I really hope we don't kill her this season. I think it'll be probably more likely to be a campaign boss.
That's what I'm leaning towards.
If she's even a boss in this, she might just be like a character, not a boss.
Yeah.
I keep coming back. So after they updated the raid description, it doesn't really sound like Xivu, right? Like, it's hard to tell what the raid is going to be, but it doesn't sound like it'd be Xivu. There's nothing in there that really links to Xivu.
Yeah,
because you don't need to go
ancient
back
war general.
Yeah, so I think that's a bit not disappointing. We'll see what happens, but I will be disappointed if we don't see Xivu. And I don't know when that's going to happen.
I just want to see.
It feels like it's not going to be.
That story has to
until
unfold.
Final Shape. I feel like it might be Final Shape. Xivu comes around in.
Yeah.
Like maybe we'll get a little tease at the end of this season about Xivu, and then she'll go on the back burner until Lightfall's over, and then maybe Final Shape. Don't know.
Nicole Patel says, do you guys think in the tune of Find Your Love by Drake that Rasputin in more power that Rasputin in more than just a weapon?
More than just a weapon. More than just a weapon is the quest title. The quest like step.
Correct.
What's the question there?
I don't know.
When I see it, I think of more than a weapon.
Okay.
Oh, right.
Than a weapon to me. Yeah, that's what I think.
Oh, I get it.
That's what I think.
Jimmy Ahoy Hoy says, "Ahoy, would you rather Callus as a raid boss or a campaign boss? I don't want to fight him at all. I want to make sweet love with Callus. I believe he is my soulmate." And
you want to help him
have you
lotion up?
seen him with his new armor on? Are you sure?
He's looking like a bunny, so it kind of makes sense.
Bunny
Buckethead.
I mean, Callus has got to be a raid boss again.
Nah.
He deserves it.
I think he's going to be in the campaign.
Yeah, he's going to be in the campaign, and then the raid will be different, like they've been doing for a while.
I'm not saying this raid. I'm saying in the future.
But would you be disappointed killing? Would you be disappointed killing Callus in the campaign?
I don't ever want to kill him. I like him as a character. I want him to stick around. Constant entertainment, that guy.
I think if the campaign's strong enough, we'll have no issue taking him out. I feel like we need to take out some enemies. I feel like a lot of them have become allies recently. We need to just start killing. Let's get back to the killing.
It's time to bring back the murder.
They say you can only really remember 100 names. If we get more friends than that, we're going to have to start insulting people by forgetting their names.
Yep.
Zabe says, "Hey, Briar, can you have a mod put a poll up in chat when you read this? Have you pre-ordered Lightfall, yes or no?" Have you guys pre-ordered Lightfall?
I have. I wanted Quicksilver Storm. You know?
Oh, yeah, I did do that,
me with a weapon right away, so I wanted it.
Yep. That's a yes.
I can't remember if I've pre-ordered. I probably have to check. Sometimes I do that. I pre-order and then I forget.
I think that's you with buying things in general.
Yeah.
And they show up and you're like, well, that's really good though, because every time something shows up, it's a surprise, like a birthday present.
It's like, yeah.
that must be nice. Getting the excitement and being like, what was this? And you're unboxing, you're like, oh my God, I forgot about this. This is amazing. Real quick, I want to say about this Korean fight stick that I ordered this Korean fight stick. It's from Korea. And I told you guys how I paid like $85 for expedited shipping. It got here. It does not work with the PlayStation 5. So I decided it's got what's called a Brook universal fighting board in it. So it's like a PCB that like basically makes it usable with like a Switch, PC, PS4, all sorts of stuff. And they sell this little upgrade kit that you can upgrade it to make it work with a PS5. I have been fucking with this thing for 48 hours now, trying to get this thing to work with a PS5. It works, and then it times out for 5 minutes, and it does it on the PS4 when the new PCB is installed. It's so weird. This thing has been endless frustration. So you paid $85 for expedited shipping, but that wasn't the cost of the stick itself?
Like no. That was just the shipping.
That's just the shipping. So what was the cost of the actual device?
It's like $280
plus $80 for expedited shipping that you forgot about. A couple months later, it shows up, and it's just a bummer. That's unfortunate.
You know when you first said Korean fighting stick, I thought you bought like a bow staff or a nunchuck or something. I don't know.
So I could fight Korean people?
I don't know.
No, like martial arts.
Martial arts, like a martial art weapon.
No, it's like an arcade stick. You know, like
I thought you
Korean
like
bow staff. It honestly sounds like makes more sense.
It's more fun than the arcade stick I got.
Like it would work.
Oh man.
The results of the poll are that 66% have pre-ordered Lightfall and 34% have not.
Okay.
There you go.
There you go. Zabe says, I'm sorry, I just read that one. Kane Shin Phoenix says, new exotic weapon idea, archetype, arc trace rifle. Name, tall passy. Intrinsic perk name, code blue. Defeat an enemy to create a blue engram. Slamming down this engram blinds. Exotic trait, defeating a guardian replaces a legendary weapon in their postmaster with a blue weapon. I love it.
Oh, that'd be great.
Oh, that's actually pretty great. I like that.
Love it.
Yeah.
Smart.
CJSD says, am I the bad guy for marrying my best friend's mom? In my defense, she was into me first. I mean, assuming like we're not getting into like weirdness with like ages and like underage stuff, I think that's fine.
Was this woman a mothering figure throughout your childhood? Because even with the correct ages, that could get a little questionable.
Could get a
Okay.
little strange.
I used to bathe him every week when he'd come over and stay. You know, could be a little bit weird.
I didn't meet him till he was
In
24.
general, I have this general rule in life.
Yeah.
If I need to go and tweet at a podcast that starts with "Is this weird?" The answer
Yeah.
is it probably weird.
Yeah, that's weird. It's kind of cool though. Like, think of all the fun you're gonna have at family gatherings, busting on your buddy. Like, hey, go to your room. I'm your stepfather. Goddamn it!
Damn.
You're not my real dad. I don't know. If she's happy and you're happy, I say your friend should get happy about it too.
Wait, did he say that the friend is not happy?
No, didn't. Just says it's weird. Or am I the bad guy? He says.
Maybe there is a little some strife going on in there.
Oh yeah, if it's like am I the bad guy? It's normally
Yeah.
because someone's called you a bad guy, and you're like, wait, really?
Chat just said the mum joke possibility.
It's just gonna go crazy, right?
Maybe that's how it started.
Lone Wolf says, I'm sure players are going to discover the powers of Strand through Lightfall campaign, but what if you're someone who plays more than one class? Do you guys think that once you fully unlock Strand on one class, it should automatically be unlocked for the others too? Yes.
Yeah.
Didn't
I
they
think so.
say something about this? Or I imagined this.
I don't remember, honestly.
It's possible. Historically, they've had some real hit and miss type of ways of handling this. But yeah, it feels like they did say something about it being unlocked.
Because I brought this up on stream, and I was like, I wonder what the quest, because we were talking about how stasis is such a pain in the butt to unlock.
Oh,
huge
such a
pain in the
pain.
And I was like, I wonder what they're going to do for Strand. They mentioned a while back shared progress account wide. Yeah, I think it's not going to be as painful as stasis. I don't know what, but yeah.
I really didn't like that about stasis.
No,
I think the best thing when these things come out is while you're motivated to play Destiny and enjoying like the campaign and it's fresh, just unlock them on all your classes. Just try to get it done.
Yeah, but
Otherwise,
I
if you
don't
leave
like
it too
playing the
long-
campaign 3 times. You know? Like, I don't like that.
Well, you're not a Destiny player. You need to play the game and hate it, okay?
If you're not hating yourself by the end of your session, you're not doing it right. Come on, man.
Hey Blaze says, happy, not so happy February. Have you all decided which new games you'll be playing, which you'll be skipping, and which you say you'll be, but inevitably add it to your backlog?
Oh, I've known for a while, my friend.
All right.
Yeah, Watts has got a good list.
I will be playing. Well, there's a Monster Hunter Rise update happening on February 7th, so I'm going to be playing that. And then on February 13th, I'll be playing Wild Hearts. And then Lightfall comes out. We're going to be playing that. And then on March 3rd, Will Long Fallen Dynasty comes out. And then luckily, the Star Wars game got pushed to April, so I can play that when it comes out too.
I was
I'm
actually kind of
excited
psyched to hear that, honestly.
I was very happy because I was like, well, can't play it. Or I mean, no, I can play it later, but I can't play it when it first comes out. So I was happy to see that I will be able to play it right away.
Yeah. And like the one complaint I had about the first game was it was a little buggy at launch.
Oh,
so hopefully
I only went back and recently played what's it called? What's the first one called? The first Star Wars one?
Fallen Order.
Fallen Order.
Yeah, I think my complaint was I wanted more combat. I actually wanted to get a bit deeper into the combat. I felt like they just wanted to punch on a bit more. So And I think that was like originally some feedback about it as well. I think they added like a mode or something to give you a bit more combat area.
Like a super hard mode or something.
Don't know. But yeah, I'll be interested to see how they update it for sure.
I haven't played it since launch. But I enjoyed it quite a bit. I played it on PC too. I think the PC version was a little less buggy than the console versions. Just for anybody who doesn't know, it's February is packed. Here's just a quick list of most of the stuff that's coming out: Deliver Us Mars, Hogwarts Legacy, Theater Rhythm, Final Bar Line, Wild Hearts, The Settlers, New Allies, Atomic Heart, Like a Dragon Ishin, Horizon Call of the Mountain, every PlayStation VR 2 launch game, Octopath Traveler 2, Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe, Kerbal Space Program 2, Lightfall, Scars Above.
Jesus. I was interested in Atomic Heart too, actually. That sort of looks interesting.
Yeah.
Look, I've been interested in a lot of different games and I end up just getting sucked into Destiny. The more you play Destiny,
I'm definitely
going
gonna
to
play Wild Hearts though. Wild Hearts looks awesome.
It's really, really fun. I can't wait
Even
for
with the
people
shitty
to
name it's got.
I can't wait for people to finally get their hands on it. It's
it looks
really
great.
good. And they did just a really quick sidetrack, but they did a AMA on Reddit the other day. And they confirmed that there's going to be 20 plus monsters at launch. All DLC, including the ones that add new content, etc., will be completely free. There will be no microtransactions at all. And yeah, those were some of the big points. And you can play
one of those. Go ahead.
If you have the Game Pass Ultimate, you can play for 10 hours. You can play 10 hours of the game, including Game Pass Ultimate.
I don't know if I want to play on PC. I wonder how well it runs on Steam Deck. Actually, maybe I do want to play it on PC.
It does not work on Steam Deck at the moment. At launch, it won't be working on Steam Deck.
What's
But
the
they want
point
it
of
to.
Steam Deck? No one bloody works on it.
Well, it's getting hard with these games that are like new gen only.
Yeah, this game looks real good.
It's getting tough.
I might get it for PlayStation then. I don't know.
I was meant to play Dead Space this month, and I haven't done that either.
Yeah, me too. Same.
I've never played it.
Oh, you never played it? Man,
yeah,
it's gonna be good. Do you like horror games?
I know. Yeah, I would like it. Yeah, I think I would like that. Yeah.
It's well done, really well done. And the remake apparently is really good. I haven't played the remake yet, but the original is fantastic. So you're gonna like it.
I'm getting a backlog. It's only February, what is it, 2nd? And I already got a backlog from this year. Insane.
And I heard Hi-Fi Rush was like this game that came out of nowhere.
Yeah, everybody loves it except for me. I can't stand it.
Peekaboo.
See Leah's face. She's like,
yeah, she's like, never mind.
I lost my spot. Thomas says, hey guys, I remember you going over this briefly before Beyond Light, but given the duality of light dark subclasses, Strand connecting everything and Void being everything in between, solar fire and stasis equals ice, what do you think this implies for the third dark subclass?
Fungus.
Just gonna make it up.
Time travel.
Timey-wimey?
Oh, Strand looks kind of like that in that it suspends people
Fabric of time.
Space. Yeah. It's kind of like you're pulling at the fabrics of time.
I feel they're gonna start running out of like identity for different elements.
Yeah.
How about fire, but dark fire?
Dark fire. Because Strand definitely feels like a mix of the other subclasses.
Yeah.
Like with their verbs and that.
Well, Void kind of feels like a dark subclass. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Void was always felt like the dark subclass of the light subclasses.
Yeah.
Like even the lore, it was like Void Walkers were like, you know, a little bit edgy.
Shady folk.
Yeah.
Edgelords.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't remember
Hunter
going to
says,
Black Garden? Go in the Black Garden to get the Void Bow in
Yeah.
Must have been Taken King.
Love that.
Yeah. God damn. That was a long time ago.
Yeah. Yeah. Good mission.
Hunter says, with the new mod system kind of wrecking any chance of being able to prepare a build, Are y'all going to make the time to make a build before jumping into the legendary campaign, or are you just going to hop in and see how it goes? Also, here's a picture of my new puppy Sadie.
I saw
Just
the
because.
picture.
First of all, Hunter, why would you send us a picture of that ferocious dog and try and intimidate us when we're just trying to answer your question? That is just cruel, man. That dog,
Does it look
I'm
cute?
quaking in fear with the
Yeah, I
little
need the link.
beady
The dog
eyes
is
and the
very,
fangs
God,
very
that dog is
cute.
and the
adorable.
claws.
Very cute.
Cute, ferocious animal that's gonna rip you from limb to limb.
But builds, I'm making
yeah.
builds. I'm making the basic like your aspects, your fragments, and just going in with understanding like what exotics I'm pairing, because then it's just the armor mods you can sort out, and there should be relatively like a 1-to-1 of I have this mod here, it's now changed names, or now it sort of does this, but you should be able to like replicate it. Otherwise, you're gonna load into the campaign and be sitting at like wherever you drop into, like sitting there for a couple hours, like mucking around with your loadouts before you actually like play the campaign.
Yeah, I think it's.
do.
I was gonna say I think it's more fun to just jump in and see what you have, and
Yeah, I like to
experience it
wing
from that, as opposed to
It is.
build. Some people like to be hyper prepared over things, and that's their jam. So
Yeah.
more
Those are
power
people
to
who
you.
have raid belts.
We're about to show you the puppy. If you're watching on the video, either YouTube or
Okay,
Twitch.
wrong one. Why is that's Mario Kart stream?
Yeah, smart.
There's the puppy.
It's a cute puppy,
Very cute.
I think it's terrifying.
ferocious
Arena.
killer.
I think for me, so. I am interested in seeing the new mods that they added and the way mods that have changed. So I think I'll probably look at collections and just take a look through and see what's kind of going on. I generally do have like I'm gonna have a general build that's not using really any mods because I don't know how they're changing, and then I can kind of just slot them in, accordingly. But I wanna take a quick look and be like, okay, let's try that out. But I should have, something for PvE generally prepared
Yeah.
before then.
Also, legendary was like a fun challenge, but it didn't feel like it was impossible. So, like you can go
Yeah.
in and
No.
just have fun with your build, try different stuff out, and not feel like you gotta GM it.
Well, this is my thing. I'll like capture gameplay for whenever I start playing, and then have to quickly make a video. I then need B-roll footage, and then if it's all just like dog shit, then everyone's like, why are you not using charging floozy doos to charge up your what's it do? I'm like,
Yeah. Can't believe
'Cause
you're
I
using
recorded
this
on
gun
day
with
one.
that build.
You want a black screen as a background? Is that what you want?
Just have subtitles. Black screen with subtitles.
Yeah.
Right. Block lettering.
It says I give up.
Soul Invictus says, during a cutscene after the Witch Queen campaign, Ikora says that there are more disciples and they're coming for us. How would you guys feel about the Final Shapes raid being nothing but a boss rush of disciples? That sounds cool.
That's
Well, I'd
certainly
be-
intriguing.
Yeah.
I'd be very happy to get a Rolk kind of boss, a very left field
Yeah.
like disciple. Like I think that changed the feel of Destiny's universe for me. Like
It
just
did.
having something that was outside of our typical enemies being a boss.
Yeah.
Did you like
So I
the
would love to
feeling
see
of
that.
making the last version extinct?
Yeah, no. Why you put those words in my mouth? It was just it was an it was
So
just
you
cool
like
surprise.
genocide? Got it.
Well, guess what? We get to do day one, and we could be better see the boss because that's all I wanted to happen last time we did Val. Was I wanted to see the final encounter. I didn't care about completing,
Yeah.
but I wanted to not have it ruined in a in-game cutscene or on Twitter or whatever. But we didn't
Totally,
get there.
Well, I gotta say, we got a pretty solid team this time around.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty solid. So do you want to announce the team?
I don't know. I didn't know because we didn't discuss before. I didn't know. Is this us announcing?
I think we're fine.
Probably best to keep it under wraps for the moment.
Okay.
Okay.
Unless are you
Tep's
kicking
backing
someone out?
Tep's backing out. Tep, what are you doing, man? Come on, man.
I'm terrified of puppies, man.
Gosh.
Puppy fear.
Twisted DJ says, "Is the witness misunderstood, or do you think he just needs a friend to go to Applebee's with and get a margarita?"
Witness is a bit feeling like he needs to go to Applebee's. Why would he go to Applebee's?
I don't think he's an Applebee kind of guy.
TGIF.
He likes the flair.
Flair, yeah. Gotta have 10
Doesn't
pieces.
he like require you to kill all of your peoples from your planet?
You gotta be
to
the
a
last.
disciple? Well,
You
like,
get-
there's not much to
No.
misunderstand there.
I think that's what happened with Rolk, but not necessarily because Callus is a disciple and all the Cabal still alive.
I see.
I see.
Kind of a dick.
Checkmate.
I see.
His
Requires you
local
to be broken.
Applebee's neighborhood grill is dead because he killed everyone. So he wants to go to your Applebee's.
And the manager is now a witness, or is now a disciple. The Gaming Ox says, "Question for everyone: what aspect of the game do you think you are going to spend most of your time when Lightfall drops?" The campaign right off the bat. That's what I'm looking forward to the most.
Yeah, easily. I mean, just
Yeah.
campaign.
Definitely the campaign.
And then probably loadout stuff is
yeah,
where I'll
build.
be spending a bunch of time. Yeah. Look at all the new
Campaigns.
loadout stuff.
And then
Campaigns are
hopefully, ideally, getting in some of the new exotics, right? And trying
Yeah.
them would be nice. I want that sidearm. If I get that sidearm, I'm going to be spending a lot of time on that sidearm.
Sidearm does look fun.
Garrett says, "Hey DCP, how do you say thank you when merging into traffic? Apparently, using your back windshield wiper to wave like I do is not a normal thing." That is genius, Garrett. I think I have one car that has a back windshield wiper. I'm gonna start doing that. I love it.
You know,
Just a
I
little
had this
courtesy
exact
wave from the back.
conversation. I had this exact conversation when I went away on holiday because my brother's fiance is Irish, and she's like, nobody says thank you here when you merge in traffic.
Oh.
She's like, we always say thank you, and they would
How
put the
do they do it?
The hazard lights.
Hazard
Oh,
lights, yeah.
interesting.
Quick blink of the hazard lights.
Yeah, it's hazard lights.
Wow.
I'll generally throw out a peace sign. If it's warm out, I do it out the window. If it's cold out, I do it like under the rearview mirror.
It's like, and you see the shadow of it. Yeah.
Yeah. You
Question.
usually see that.
Bunny is.
Are you throwing out thank yous for merges that are like necessary based on road signs and stuff?
No, when somebody lets you, like, doesn't like fight you for a merge,
Yeah.
or you put down your blinker. Like, I don't know how it is where you guys live around here, especially the closer you get to New York or Boston. People get to be more aggressive, and like they will like ride the bumper in front of them, even on a side merge where obviously everybody's got to merge in.
So they're just not
Yeah.
paying attention to traffic laws and being assholes.
Yeah,
Well,
commonly.
just be
It's a lot.
careful if you go
Frequent.
to the United Kingdom, Briar, because doing that is saying F you. It's the middle finger in England. So,
That works too.
Because from behind,
I'm in front now,
it's
bitch.
not peace. Yeah, you gotta do this. Give him the peace. You're like Mr. Bean, like waving.
yeah.
Apparently, the new way, I don't know the validity of this, is left indicator, right indicator, left. You go left, right, left.
Yeah.
Another thank you
Okay.
Oh, with the
I remember
blinkers?
that.
with the blinkers.
I don't know if I
Blinkers,
like
yeah.
the hazard idea. That is
Yeah, it makes me
Just a
think
quick-
somebody
it's a quick
is.
little. It's a quick
The
little
bloop.
bloop.
Yeah.
If I see someone
but
hit their
I like the
hazards
blinker
real quick,
idea.
yeah.
What's that?
If I see someone hit their hazards real quick, it makes me think: are they like fidgeting? They having a problem? They're like, hitting all the controls accidentally, and be like, "Oh, turn that off."
Although if
I
I
don't
hit them
even
every
know
day,
where
I'm
my
sure this would
hazard
change.
lights
But
are.
I don't know where the hazard button is on my car, any of my
Yes.
cars.
Really?
I don't actually know where it is. Like I can't like mentally picture where it is.
Man.
Just like in the middle.
Yeah, I think it's by law. It has to be like right up in the middle, like in the
Look
dashboard.
for the
but-
diamond thingy.
yeah.
I've got a friend that does a passive aggressive wave if someone doesn't give the thank you. So if you let them in and they don't thank you, she waves to them till they wave back. Just goes, yeah, no problem. Just like keeps doing this behind until they see her in the rearview mirror.
When I was
It's weird.
younger, I would lay on the horn for like 5 or 6 minutes, just like follow this person with the horn going the whole time.
See, what I don't get though is like, if it's a normal merge, like people have to like, there's an actual dedicated lane is closing. You will not be able to go any further. You have to merge into this other lane.
Yeah.
It's like, is everyone thanking everyone for that merge? Because I get it.
I think so.
If you're turning right and someone lets you in,
I don't think so.
Yeah,
It's a habit for me at this point. I think.
Really?
I put my hand up. Just
Yeah.
I just put my hand up. I think it's just
Like,
a habit now.
thanks for paying it. Thanks for following the traffic laws.
Because some people don't let you in, and they're dickheads when it comes to.
Well, they get a different hand gesture.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
we got one reserved for them too.
I know what you're saying. You're like thanking people for doing the basic foundation, but sometimes people are so bad that you're just grateful to get.
And you know what's actually worse? It's like
merging.
people who think they're being courteous by like letting you in when actually they're like stopping in the middle of traffic and like causing like a huge road hazard. Those people fucking blow my mind. Like they'll be like driving down the road, they'll see somebody at a stop sign, like, and they'll stop in the middle of the road even though there's traffic behind them to let this person in. You're like, what are you doing, man? Like he's gonna wait for 3 cars and he's gonna have a clear road. You just stopped and like created a road hazard.
Yeah, the worst is when there's like multiple lanes and they stop trying to let you to cut across traffic. You can't see if there's any other cars. You're like, bro,
that's just
I can't go.
No, I can't see.
They're like, go ahead. I'm like, I don't trust you. I don't even fucking know you. You could be trying to kill me right now.
All right. Well, in my area, I've never seen a thank you for the regular merge. Thank yous always happen for letting people in on like a regular right hand turn or something. Be like, traffic's going, let someone in off of a gas station. Be like, yeah, sure, and thank you. But the regular merges, no. Anyways,
what comes to mind is like, oh, I'm in the wrong lane at a stoplight, and I'll kind of like look over and be like, hey, can I get in? And then when they let me in, I'll say thank you. You know.
Okay, yeah.
Rob Aller says, question for Mr. Lore Papa Mylan. What is the classic Australian birthday song, and would you be able to sing it?
No. It's just happy birthday to you.
It's the same?
It's the same.
That's too bad.
But every time we do, we hop like kangaroos.
Oh, nice.
Thank you. Think bad, Matt. Arc Troop 21 says, will the DCP crew do a fashion show before Lightfall? I think it would be fun to see how bad Mylan and Briar's fashion taste is. my although I did get that new shader you guys told me to get. That was a cool shader.
That's a nice shader. That gussies everything up.
Yeah,
it does look pretty good. But my armor is just a collection of just random shit that has the right stats on it. I don't even bother to change stuff.
Yeah, that's me. Mine's out of control. I need to do another vault clean. Big time.
Yeah, that's generally the time is right for that too, isn't it? With DLC coming out, there's gonna be a bunch of shit I want to put into my vault. Brood King 23 says, "What's a tip for a first-time father? Wife is 38 weeks pregnant, and at any point could be go time having a baby girl." Nice.
Congratulations!
Congrats.
One tip is if you're at a store that sells milk, buy the milk. You're gonna need it. Just buy it.
Buy the milk.
Buy the milk.
My tip is, shit's hard. It's real hard. Everyone's gonna tell you it's magical, and it is, but no one ever says it's fucked. And I'm here to be that support person and say, you know what? Often it's fucked. There's lots of lovely, awesome things, but it's also really hard, and that's okay.
You'll get through that part though, and then you're gonna have like this awesome person around.
Yeah, exactly. And it can be really, really difficult. And it's normal for it to be hard.
It's only hard because you give a shit.
Well, and you know, the post depression.
Yeah.
Postpartum.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Also, take up smoking. That'll help.
You have it.
Yeah, maybe if that doesn't do the trick, maybe try other drugs. Alcohol could help. Autobot Dawson says, have you guys ever heard of Ty the Tasmanian Tiger? It's an Australian-themed platformer from back in the early 2000s that I love. It is now remastered on PC, Switch, and PlayStation, so you might want to check it out. Love the show.
It's called what?
I have heard of that. Ty the Tasmanian Tiger. It's like
Tyler.
Tiger.
Yeah, no, but what's his first name? Tyler the
Ty.
Tasmanian Tiger.
Ty.
Ty.
Yeah.
T-Y.
It was like a Mario 64 style, like action platform.
Whoa. Okay. Oh yeah,
I didn't know they remastered it.
Yeah. No, I actually have never heard of it. Oh my god, there's a boomerang in the
Of course there is.
in the
Of course.
load screen.
Australian.
I hope there's a didgeridoo.
The whole-
Really-
every song in the whole soundtrack is just didgeridoos.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the
Let's see
Tasmanian
it.
Tiger.
Nice.
Shit, huh? Okay.
Let's
Looking-
show some
looking good.
gameplay.
Yeah.
You want some gameplay?
Yeah, click
Yeah.
ahead.
A little
Let's
fast
see it.
forward action.
You have 2 boomerangs?
Yeah, let's click 2
Duel-
boomerangs.
Duel-
Dueling boomerangs.
Wait, this is a remaster?
You know.
This can't be the remaster, surely. Rainbow Glitch. This is
Oh, look
whoa,
at that cutscene.
Frilled Neck
Cutscene.
Lizards.
I'm gonna keep talking for podcast listeners who can't see this game. Arlo says, spoiler or no spoiler, did you guys like the 3rd episode of Last of Us? Much love.
Yes.
I really like the last 3rd
Love it.
episode.
I haven't
It was
seen it.
really good.
I haven't seen it.
It was good.
Haven't seen
So
it
I
yet?
was laughing at the emu overlord.
Overlord.
But it's not actually an emu. I think that's a cassowary.
I don't know your funny
don't
Australian
know.
birds.
Yeah.
Cassowary? I think it's a cassowary.
It's a
Sure.
mystery land down there.
Yeah.
Evil bird.
He's like an emu mixed with a turkey.
Mylan, are you watching Last of Us?
Yes, I am. Yeah, it's
Did you
great.
see the 3rd episode?
Yes, I liked it.
Okay.
Nice bullets.
All right.
Yeah, it's
Well,
powerful.
Fantastic.
Spade says, "G'day, guys. So when Iron Banner comes around, I always grind it hard. I spend all my spare time making Lord Solid and proud. However, I always end up drawing aggro from Destiny's true raid boss, the wife. How does one be a true sweet Lord whilst also avoiding the divorce debuff?"
Wow.
Dude, you got to play a lot of Destiny these days. It's hard.
Mhm.
Like Iron Banner's only here for 3 weeks. All right,
It's hard.
3 weeks. I'm gonna be busy when it's around.
Yeah.
This has become less of an issue for me in my marriage, like as we've become, I guess, more comfortable in our marriage. But when we first got married, it was more of an issue when I would just kind of go up into, like the room and play video games for hours, and my wife would kind of be like, "Yo." But my solution to the problem at the time was to make sure that when I was with her, I was spending like all my attention was focused on her, and I wasn't like thinking about video games or like running off to play more video games, and that helped a lot.
Yeah, you need to establish some boundaries, just so
Yeah.
like some times, and then obey the times. Like don't break the times that you guys establish.
Yeah,
Or alternatively, just quit your job, become a full-time streamer.
yeah.
Nailed it.
And you're working.
Be like,
And you
Gotta
working,
work.
Then you're working. I'm at work.
Blaney McBlanderson says, if you had to eat a big serving of some kind of fruit slathered with melted butter, which fruit would you choose? Melted butter on fruit. I'm not
What's it?
Fruit?
butter on fruit.
bananas.
Yeah, that would be okay.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know though.
probably.
Now that I'm really thinking about it, I don't know if I'd like it.
Cook the bananas. Cook the bananas in the butter.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be
Okay,
delicious.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go peach. Peach generally, like
pie,
you put
yeah.
a bunch of stuff on peach, and it's really good.
Yeah, actually, like apple pie is basically a bunch of butter and apples in like a buttery crust.
But
That's
yeah,
true.
it's the crust though that's there. It's the bakery part.
Cantaloupe? I don't know if I could see that one.
I I'm not taking the butter and fruit thing, but when you bake it, then okay, that's different.
Yeah,
But
once you cook it.
I'm picturing just like raw fruit, you know?
Like, what if you cooked a watermelon with some butter? I don't know. It doesn't sound good.
Hugo Rune 79 says ChatGPT does Hugo's ridiculous questions. Would you rather have to play as the main character in a never-ending game of Pac-Man, or live in a world where every day is a new episode of the Care Bears?
Care Bears.
Care Bear, man.
Easy.
I don't want to get
Pac-Man.
eaten.
Yeah. Pac-Man, you're going to get eaten or
Yeah.
you're going to be
You're
perpetually
never
full.
living in that. You're never living in there.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
That's
Running.
terrifying.
Yeah,
Your
right. That's a
balls.
lot of running.
in a labyrinth every day.
For the rest of your days.
That sounds so stressful.
Gobble the
Yeah,
pills.
Care Bears, though, that's going to be fun as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet the Care Bears take lots of naps, too. They look like napping folk, you know?
I bet they put butter on their fruit.
They might.
The Mohican 9 says, do you think you've ever made anybody break a controller? Back in the Call of Duty days.
Play the game? No.
Back in the Call of Duty days, when I used to basically cheat at the game, I had a scuff controller when nobody had a scuff controller. And I had a headset, so I could just hear people like walking around in 360 degrees. So I'd use my scuff controller to immediately lay down on the floor and then track them as they came around the corner and be like firing, like pre-firing. I used to get awful messages like, you're cheater, you're, you know, all those PlayStation or Xbox messages. But yeah, I used to cheat basically.
Admitting it right here.
Should come as no surprise to anybody.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
don't think I've done anything that impressive to really make someone break their controller.
Yeah, I mean, I use cryosthesia a lot, and that does freeze people. So if you're getting frozen over and over again, that might get a
Yeah.
little annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'd be up there.
It might do it.
It might just do it. Stasis, PvP stasis is probably up there.
I think
True.
breaking a controller would be a state of mind, though, not necessarily like an annoyance over
Yeah.
the gameplay.
Yeah, it would have to be some like comeback on like old school Trials of Osiris, maybe when it was really hot. You know, you're down and you come back for a big win. That might get some broken controllers.
Yeah.
And then you unleash the bags.
Maybe if I
Broken
played
controllers
so bad,
and
my
bag.
team
Mr. Bacalito says, now that you all had some playtime, what's your favorite potato and gun combo? I love Chunky with 4 SMGs, a rocket launcher, and nuke launcher. Also, Vampire Survivors is like Anthem, nice and fun. Potato is like Destiny 1 with the King's Fall expansion.
Wow.
I haven't played it.
Yeah, that's quite the review right there.
I'm gonna have to. I know it's available on Steam Deck.
if I ever become a game dev, which will never happen, but if I did, my advertising strategy would be to find as many podcasts as possible that have Twitter questions and just put the game in there every time in some sort of humorous manner.
That's a good idea.
How many sticks of butter would you consume after beating this level on my new game?
Yeah.
That's it. That's all of the questions the Destiny universe could summon.
Wow.
Wonderful. Did
Look at
good.
that.
Did good, guys. Real good. Is that the show?
That's a show.
All right.
I think
That
it
is
We did
DCP number 300 and something or another. Let me look it up. 323.
323.
That's the official
There you go.
number. There it is.
That's the number I put on the artwork anyway. So that
It
doesn't
should
always
line
match
up.
honestly.
It should line up, yeah. All right. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. Shout out to Twitch subs and Patreon members for supporting the shows. You guys are awesome. Firing Range will be up this week as well on, I think, Saturday, actually. for the live feed. Be up earlier on the Patreon. We always post the Patreon a little bit earlier as well, so just a little note on that. Yeah, thanks for watching. Bye everyone.
Thank
See
you
next
guys
week.
very much.
Bye.
Bye.